Putin's invasion of Ukraine, the price of oil and gas increased dramatically. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve is more than half full, with about 400 million barrels of oil. That's more than enough for any emergency drawdown. My message to the American energy companies is this: you should not be using your profits to buy back stock or for dividends. Not now. Not while a war is raging. You should be using these record-breaking profits to increase production and refining. Invest in America for the American people. Bring down the price you charge at the pump to reflect what you pay for the product. And the American people will catch a break they deserve and get a fair price at the pump as well.
Well, there are so many lies in that script, we're not even going to attempt to reverse engineer it and correct them. Instead, a man much smarter than we, Victor Davis Hanson, a senior fellow at the Hoover Institute.
It's very pathetic. He's trying to square a circle of two things that are incompatible. I mean, he came in here with this green religion, which is God is renewable energy and Satan is fossil fuel. So he canceled ANWR. He canceled Keystone. He didn't push the Constitution pipeline. He has fewer federal leases than any other president. He got his wish, Tucker. He got production down by 2 million barrels, and scheduled increases he canceled. So he got everything he wanted. It was Stephen Chu, the energy secretary's dream. It was Barack Obama's dream when he said electricity would skyrocket as he canceled coal. And then guess what? Inflation came, and there was a spike in demand, and the American middle class is being liquidated because they have to choose between food and fuel, and he wants to be reelected. But being reelected and destroying fossil fuels are incompatible. And the result is this, I guess you'd call it Orwellian paradox, where he goes around the world to the most illiberal regimes, Venezuela, Iran, even Russia before the war, and Saudi Arabia, and his message is, would you please pump this filthy, dirty fuel that we don't like, but we desperately need, and you can do it, but we won't. But you'll do it for our interests. And oh, by the way, we just called you a pariah. Or he goes to the Strategic Petroleum Reserve and he thinks, well, I'm not actually pumping it out of the ground, which I can't do, so I'm pumping it the second time. So if you pump what's already been pumped in, I don't get blamed for it. The green people give me a pass. Or he goes to the oil companies and he thinks, well, yes, I wanted to put you out of business, and yes, I said you're greedy, and yes, I said you're price gouging, and yes, I cut back on your federal leases, but you owe it to me to get reelected to go out and start pumping more fuel that I don't want. And so it's so incoherent that the American people don't even want to attempt to try to understand it. They just don't want him anymore. And it's really hurt him. It's hurt us around the world. And remember, we impeached Donald Trump on the mere allegation that he used national security policy issues for his own political career or agenda. And what is Biden doing? He's dabbling with some of the worst regimes in the world against our national interest to pump a fuel that we have in abundance so that he will do better in the midterm. And I think the American people are furious about this to the extent they can understand it. It's so incoherent.
You